This is a general reading for the collective of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Welcome, Sag. Welcome, Cross Watchers for Sagittarius. And if you're new to the channel, hello. I'm Laura. Come on in, say hello in the comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Helps me kind of draw from your energy. And happy birthday to our Saggy sons in just a few short hours, about 5 hours from when I'm recording this, but probably just a few hours away once I upload it. The sun moves into Sagittarius, I think, at 8:36 p.m. Eastern time. So that'll be 5:36 on the West Coast and in the wee hours across the pond and later in the day down under. So tomorrow. So we're right there. We're almost right there. Happy. All the best on your next trek around the sun, Saggy sons. And we also have this, the moon is in Sagittarius right now. I'm just going to stick a pin in this. And the sun's going to meet up with the moon, or the moon with the sun is probably the better way to say it. Also kind of in the middle of the night. So that is the better time for setting another new moon intention, because it will still be considered a new moon. Even though people aren't really talking about new moon in Sag, it technically, because the new moon in Scorpio happened at like 28 degrees, it moved out of Scorpio real quick, and the moon and the sun are connecting again in Sagittarius. So there you go. Just wanted to say, especially because this new moon in Scorpio was pretty powerful. I did upload that reading to the channel. It's normally for members only, but that new moon in Scorpio was super powerful and important and had a lot of important angles it was making to other planets and points. So I thought it would be really only fair to have everybody benefit from that. But if you've been feeling some sort of way and over emotional, etc., it's that moon. Go ahead and wait until, the wee hours of the morning to set new intentions under a Sagittarius new moon, right? Because it's more about the future. Think of the archer with the arrow. This Scorpio moon was a real inside job. It was messy for me, at least. Okay, Ask Your Guides Oracle. Here we go. Oh, perfect. Card 15, your helper guides are here to help you with clearing. Nice. I like 15 too. Numerologically, 1 and 5 is 6, and that's all about balance. So we have choice, reflections, decisions, commitment. Here's what it says for you. For every new ambition, relationship, or opportunity you seek at this time, there's something that must be eliminated to make way for this new experience. Current routines, habits, people, or commitments must be released. So that you can be open to new energies coming in. Your helper guides are present, urging you to identify what must go. Be honest and objective, and do not hold on to what no longer serves you. Be realistic and thoughtful in clearing the way for the new to enter. You will move towards success by discarding everything that does not align with who you are becoming today. Even though the universe supports your heart's desire, you cannot bypass the work necessary to bring these desires and dreams into manifestation. For example, if you want to become healthier and more agile, stand, stretch, and do yoga instead of sitting all day. Well, duh. But sitting is fun. Anyway, if you want to work for yourself, stop procrastinating or oversleeping and get up with the early light of the morning and start your day. If you want to attract new, more uplifting relationships, let go of past heartbreaks and disappointments and invite new, better suited people into your life. Your helper guides message to you to reach for something greater. First, let go of what's in your hand. Boom. Yep. Time to clear the path. Something new is on your way, is on the way to you, and you got to do your part. That's what it says. Okay. So let's jump in, and I'll pull the spread. And we'll see what the messages are for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Ooh, Justice. Okay. So we're coming in here all about what's fair is fair, balance, a little bit of harmony, what's crossing that Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so the challenge here is that either, there's maybe some disharmony or something that's been out of balance for you. Maybe there's something you still feel has not been fair or equitable in some way, and it's all moving too slow. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so that's the obvious challenge. I like the Knight of Pentacles, but as a challenge card, it's saying, come on, like, stop standing still. Let's do this already. In the below, the root of the problem, Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, okay. So maybe feeling like, or maybe you're unaware, themes around divine time, fate and destiny. In the past, Ace of Cups. This is certainly about your beloved, the love of a lifetime. This gift of love it could have been a newer connection, in fact. And here in what's top of mind is that Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups bringing that offer from the heart, right? And sharing their emotions, being emotionally available and even vulnerable to some degree. It's a very romantic card. I love her here. She's strumming on the heart. Can you see that big heart? That's what she's holding in her hand, but it's got strings and she's strumming it like it's a guitar. I know. Let me play your heart. And then in the near future, beautiful, Three of Wands. So that's ships coming in, something coming toward you. Maybe you're anticipating it. Maybe you can't see it at this point. Message from Spirit, Page of Pentacles. Something maybe like fresh start is kind of what I'm feeling from this. In the hidden energy of your person, Devil. Oh my. So with Devil energy, could be some fear and like ego getting in the way. This person could be feeling some measures of restriction, but then again, we'll wait and see what the clarifiers say. Sometimes what the Devil is talking about in reverse energy is, I don't have to play by society's rules. I can do what feels right to me. I have my own inner authority. I don't have to be held down by what has been imprinted on me throughout my life. So we'll see when we get, so don't panic on that yet. In the outcome position, how might things unfold going forward? Hanged Man. So again, Hanged Man can be talking about, we got a temporary standstill here, which makes sense when we think about the Knight of Pentacles as the challenge card. And it's a perspective card, right? The Hanged Man is sort of observing the situation from the 30,000 foot view and a safe vantage point, no less, to really kind of get a more objective view. Just like your oracle said, be objective about this, not subjective, right? Kind of, you got to take yourself out of yourself to sort of look at something in an objective way, or with fresh eyes, as I like to say. But also, this can be a card of surrender. Like, okay, I'm not going to play by society's rules anymore. I'm going to surrender to all of this. So let's see. We've got some possibilities here. I'm going to move down a little bit with this because I can just see that I'm going to run out of space. Justice, Knight of Pentacles. Chariot. Right. Here's Sagittarius saying, let's go already. What's the holdup? This is breaking my heart. Sure. Okay. So the Chariot can be about breakthroughs, progress, something that sort of picks up momentum. And I do feel like there's some heart heaviness here and you really kind of want to move past all this. This does feel now like we're talking about something that feels unfair to you and that there's no real gesture. Knights make offers. There's no real offer or gesture, or, it's just something that feels stuck in the mud a bit. That's why we would see the Chariot with the Six of Swords. Like, okay, we're going to bust a move and have a breakthrough and move past it already because it's too much being mired in the soul around some disappointment or heartache or hurt feelings, whatever that Three of Swords is to you. Keep in mind, it's a general reading, not a private reading. It's not going to resonate for everyone. You got to take what speaks to you. And while I'm thinking of that, I will be launching a Black Friday special on private readings. That is coming on Sunday. So if you have been waiting for a while for my special pricing, it's coming on Sunday. Okay? Stay tuned. The link will be below. All right, Wheel of Fortune, root of the problem. Empress, wow. Eight of Cups. There's the Devil. You could be dealing with a Capricorn or someone with a strong Saturn placement even. That's really kind of kicking their behind. Because it just feels to me like that you are dealing with all this resistance. And the take-home message is the wheel is not moving in your favor. You are feeling that as divine feminine. It's almost like I'm seeing you you got one foot headed out the door. And remember what your oracle said here was, don't hang on to something that isn't serving your higher good. If you really, want something greater, you have to let go of what's in your hand. So, of course, that's not my advice. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying I can see that in the root of the problem is, this is not moving in my favor, and I am meeting up with so much resistance, and it's not fair, and it feels like it's mired in some negative karma even. Yeah, very possible. Ace of Cups in the past. Ten of Cups, beautiful. Eight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. I kind of feel like this connection liberated you. So imagine that Eight of Swords reversed, right? This was something that was so workable. It was like you were both really focused on it. Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups, that sort of sense of, oh my gosh, this could be everything. This feels like everything I've been wanting, everything I've been looking for. And I'm sprung. I don't have to overthink this. It feels really comfortable, really good. And the Eight of Pentacles from the bottom of the deck, suggesting that you might have been making it a priority. And very possibly both of you were for a time, whatever we got to work out, we work out. And it didn't really require a whole lot of overthinking. So again, research in your mind and your memory for that sense that you had with this person. Like, this feels great. And yeah, we've got some things we have to sort of sort through, but there's an easy fix. I'm not stuck. I'm not kind of over processing things on a mental level. Knight of Cups, present energy, top of mind. Ace of Swords, Knight of Cups, Ace of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the High Priestess. So I feel like there's, you just want the truth out of this person. You want their emotional availability, and you want them to be a little vulnerable to the point where, say it like you see it. What do you see for us? What is happening here? What's your truth? Because I'm getting a lot of mixed messages, and that is emotionally overwhelming. Okay? And the High Priestess underneath would be your intuition, but it's kind of taking a back seat right now because you've got all this confusion coming at you. So my recommendation with the High Priestess is it's telling you that there's something that hasn't been said, and that's why your intuition is sort of stumbling around like it's, you know, in a fun house. It's not fun. I don't like them, at least. But, you know, it's hard to access your intuition when there's so many mixed messages, or things are coming at you so fast that it's hard to process them all at once. And so I can see that you're sort of after this person to just like, you know, what's the truth for you? I know the truth for me. So that you can kind of get out of that. But it's something that hasn't sort of been said. I feel like this person you're dealing with has been stumbling around it and changing their position, maybe. You know, like one day it's this, the next day it's that. It's like, you know, it's unfair, it's unbalanced, it's stagnant with that Knight of Pentacles not moving. Yeah. And then in the deepest below, it's kind of got some negative karma associated with it. Okay. I said that. In the near future, 3 of Wands. Lovers. Ace of Cups. Are you seeing this? King of Wands. Yep. They know what they want. They're going to claim it. You can anticipate that. 3 of Wands. See how she's got that ship in her hand, and her 3 long braids are the wands. And there's her ship. Ship's coming in. All the seagulls flying around. She's looking out to sea. Hand on hip. I love her. Oops. Let me show you. Look at her hand on her hip. And it's like, yeah. Beautiful. Soulmate, twin flame energy, right? It's like, I'm anticipating a choice will be made. That's what the Lovers talks about. Choosing the beloved, choosing the love of a lifetime, this one true love, because our souls are meant to be in sacred connection with each other. And there, what you don't see behind the scenes, this person might be kind of rising up to claim it. I like that too. So let's see what Spirit has to say with this Page of Pentacles, which normally is like, you know, one step at a time. And this could be a fresh start, something to be learned. 2 of Cups. Fresh start for the soulmates. There's the Knight of Cups. Wow, Death card. So I kind of like it because this feels very connected to the new moon. We just had in Scorpio. We just closed out Scorpio, or we're closing out Scorpio season. We're actually in the mastery degree of Scorpio as I record this. And so Scorpio talks about, well, sure, death and rebirth, but this is like, let me just stick a pin in that, because yes, there's something here that's dying off so something new can be born into its place, that's for sure. But this is speaking more about some growth and change and transformation. So that's why we have the Page of Pentacles, because it's like you got to go back a bit and sort of get your sea legs again. You've got this person coming in available emotionally. Yeah, they may absolutely bring in a truth. They may absolutely clear up for you what's happening for them. And it's going to represent not just the growth, but a little bit of change and a whole lot of transformation. So I think when you get on the other side of this lunar cycle, when we get to the full moon in 2 weeks, it'll be the full moon in Gemini. Yeah, full moon in Gemini. The energy between you should be really different. Okay? So, for the better. So I feel like Page of Pentacles message is take this one step at a time. You're going to have a fresh start here. Things will be decidedly different and like the new and improved. That's what I want to title this reading. I really should title it that. If it's a different title, it's because I chose something else. But I almost feel like Spirit's message to you is the new and improved soulmates. Okay? So nothing to panic about. It's good. You just want to take it, right, one step at a time. This is not something you're going to be able to bust through, although you will probably experience some progress. It may not come on like gangbusters. It may be a one ginger step at a time. Let's see in the hidden energy of your person. What's this devil about? I kind of like her here with her spider legs and the webs there. Can you see that? She's actually a spider looking over her shoulder. 7 of Wands, 4 of Swords, Page of Cups. Yeah. So this is related to some negative karma. I feel like this person has been likely of the mindset that they can't have nice things, that there are too many limitations on them, or they have too many limitations, almost that self-punishing kind of quality to them. And so we've got resistance. Double the fun. But what we have is the deep reflection and the emphasis on healing that comes with the 4 of Swords. This is also my Mercury retrograde card, and we are in Mercury retrograde right as I do this until the 29th of the month. So it's like this person is being impacted, right, by this retrograde that's pulling them back and asking them to kind of quiet their mind and examine this, reevaluate, reassess, rest themselves so they can really look at this. It can also be about reconnection, reunion, reconciliation, restoration, repair, reflect, all of that. And from the bottom of the deck, in their heart of hearts, this person really does care and wants you to know that they care. So the Page of Cups can also be an apology card. So even though this person is battling their own inner demons at this moment, which is not a surprise, they are in a reflection and healing sort of stance, and they may come in at some point. It's right now, it's an unconscious awareness, this Page of Cups, but that's not to say it won't rise to the top and be something that they come in as the Knight of Cups, right, to share from their heart what's really been going on, to be vulnerable, to kind of be exposed on an emotional level, which is really important. So that you can get your, that Ace of Swords is like, help me see what's going on, is kind of what I feel you're saying. Help me see, you're saying to the Knight of Cups, and they're on their way. So let's see the Hanged Man in the outcome position, how things might unfold going forward. Oh, Tower, 7 of Pentacles, Sun. Okay, so this is an awakening your person is having. They're going kicking and screaming. They're going kicking and screaming. Hanged Man is surrender to this, it's another breakthrough card, right? It can be a big paradigm shift. It can be the facade is cracking and falling away to reveal this new energy, right? Page of Pentacles and that Death card kind of feel like there's the new and the old, and something's dying off, something's being born anew. And it feels to me like this Hanged Man, which if you look close, right, She's like a ballerina. She's hanging upside down, all this dark, lush foliage, but there's a zipper, and her feet are pulling the zipper down. And it's like that's also a facade. And what you see in the background are blue skies with puffy white clouds. I mean, the visual is so powerful. It's representing the enlightenment, so that this person can get out of the darkness of the devil energy that holds them hostage, right? And they can literally surrender to their awakening. It can come like a thunderclap, sure, but it's all going to unfold organically. It's not something you can personally push. It will be happening organically, and what gets revealed is all the happiness that's available to both of you once there's no resistance. You know, the resistance is kind of a little entertaining to me. It's you know, you've heard me say it before if you've been here for a while, like, don't rage against the machine. This person is raging against the machine of the love of their life. Spirit's given them this gift, Ace of Cups. It has been given to this person. Now, they're going to come for it. But that's what's going to unfold organically. Seven of Pentacles. So it really requires your patience. But this part of it is their part. What comes behind the scenes and emerges is this happiness and bliss and this feeling safe and protected in one's vulnerability, which is how this person can come in as the Knight of Cups, which has been stalled out. Right? Knight of Cups has really been like a Knight of Pentacles stuck in the mud. But you're kind of calling to that Knight of Cups, saying, show me, tell me, explain to me, make plain to me what you're really feeling. I'm at a loss. Okay? So I do feel that as things unfold organically, this person kind of gives up the fight against the machine of their heart, right? They kind of submit, they surrender a bit. And if you watched the November 2025 monthly energy update reading I did, and if you didn't, go watch it, hint, 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 that was a message that was coming through, I believe, was sort of a surrendering, a falling into you, is how I saw it. And I use a specific deck, and I could see I know Judgment was catching, like the forgiveness card, right? Was catching as the other soul was sort of falling into Judgment. Beautiful visual, but go watch that November reading. We're in week, we're ending week 3 right now, moving into week 4. So follow along. Okay, so that's what I see here for this part of the reading. I'm going to give you the astrology that showed up here in a second from the main spread. Also, if you enjoyed it and you haven't done so yet, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe. There's a button down there. It's free. It's how I get to stay on this platform. So if you want to see me more, click that subscribe button. And then don't forget to ring the little bell, ding, okay? Because that's how you'll get notified. There's a little drop down arrow that you're going to want to click, and click all so you get all notifications, because otherwise it's defaulted to personalized, which requires you to go in and personalize it, and you don't get everything. Also, if you have any hypes left, like and hype the reading. Yay. I know it's the end of the week, but some of you have some left over. And in the extended, the links are below. I'm going to look at this from your person's point of view. And being that they're showing up kind of kicking and screaming, maybe that will be very helpful to some of you. So the links are below for that. There's option 1, 2, or 3. So check that out. And astrologically speaking, we have a lot. We've got Justice is Libra. Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius. So Libra, Virgo, Sagittarius. Pisces in the Knight of Cups. Page of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Devil is Capricorn. And Hanged Man is Neptune, which rules Pisces. So let me say that again. We have Libra, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces twice, Taurus, and Capricorn twice. Okay, those are your astrological associations for the main spread. And all that means is that if you have planets or points in those signs, it's extra added confirmation that this may be your message. So thanks for joining me. I'm headed to the extended. I'll see you there in a second. Bye for now.